Ladies and gentlemen, just when you thought that things were dying down in this gender debate, this gender war that's been going on, and a new theater has been opened up, a new debate that has been putting TikTok on fire for the past couple days. And this debate is men versus bear. Grizzle, grizzle.
What are you doing, Scarecrow?
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Men are scary.
With a bear.
Well, I've heard about bears. They don't always attack you, right? Unless you like fuck with them.
My God.
So maybe a bear.
Depends what man, but probably
You know,
a bear.
pause. Oh boy. On these TikTok streets, I'm always here to bring you the latest trend that's been going on and this whole drama scenario and stuff like that. And you know me, I love the drama. So, the latest that's been going on is the debate between men versus bear. Who would you rather be stuck? You know, this is the question for the ladies. If you're walking in the woods somewhere, stuff like that, who would you rather encounter, a man or bear? So, ladies and gentlemen, we will actually explore three categories of this whole debate. The first, we would actually present to you the argument of the panda bears. You know, the type of guy that would actually just go to the rescue, put a cape on, and actually whatever the woman said, they would try to twist it in a way to make it logical. Be like, hey, see, these women are actually right. Men are more dangerous than the bears.
Women if they would choose a man or a bear to be lost with or being in a forest with, and all of them answer bear, and I think the answer is correct. Why would a woman choose a man or a bear where the number one predator of that woman is the man and not the bear? There's a really good documentary by Herzog called Grizzly Man, and it's this story of a woman and a man that are in the Alaskan wilderness bonding with bears. Timothy, the guy who actually recorded the footage, is said that he spent over 35,000 hours or a span of 13 years with bears. A lot of them were grizzlies, which is the highest aggressive bear you can find in the forest. Eventually, he got killed by one of them, but it took a while.
If my math is correct, over 35,000 hours a year for 13 years, and you divide that, it gives you an amount of 2,692 hours and some change a year. So, would it be fair to say that most women actually spend a lot more time than that a year amongst men? Encountering men? Oh, and we're not going to forget that you actually said that at the end as well, too.
Eventually, he got killed by one of them, but it took a while. The worst you can experience is a probably swift death, but a woman would be like in a far worse situation with a man if she's put in with the wrong one in a forest. And
Next video is another male feminist, a little sassy one with a big red flag, probably for himself, to tell you why these women are right about how dangerous men are, and they all have all the rights to choose the bear versus the man.
Pun absolutely intended, I come bearing statistical receipts. Bears heavily prefer eating things like plants, berries, and nuts. They don't like the smell of folks. They'll eat folks, yes, but only if they're desperate, and that's highly unlikely if they're going to be in a forest. Bears very rarely attack if they're unprovoked. They're like ninjas. They don't use their powers unless they absolutely have to. From 2018 to 2020, there were over 50,000 reported bear encounters in North America. Only 5 of those people died. Since
Oh boy, alright, so 5 divided by 50,000 equals, okay, that number, and you multiply it by 100, that kind of gives you about 0.01% chance of you being mauled by a bear based on that counter. Quick question though, are women encounter more than 50,000? Is that number 100,000? Is that number 1 million? Is that number, you get where I'm going, right? So technically, like, women encounter men on a regular basis every day, and I would say 99.9999999% of them happen to be fine. Yeah, happen to be fine.
1784, there have been millions of reported bear encounters in North America, and only 180 of those people have died since then. The reason lady folks are saying this is because male folks have so much more to gain from hurting them. Bears gain nothing, and the only way they hurt people is by eating them, and that pain is over much quicker in comparison to what male folks normally do. So I think their argument is a lot more sound than what you're making it out to be.
Yes, your death would actually be swift when encountering a bear. You know, it's like, you know, they always go for the throat, right? It's not like they're gonna, like, you know, chew on your legs and your arms and stuff like that. Or the pain receptive of your body is just screaming at you. No. What type of fantasy planet you guys are living on? Dude, it's not gonna be swift. It's definitely gonna be painful. But anyway, let's move to the second category of let these women tell you why they would choose a bear over a man.
On TikTok right now, women are responding to the question, would you rather encounter a bear or a man while alone in the woods? And most women are saying that they would rather encounter a bear because they believe they are safer in the presence of a bear. The 750,000 black bears in North America unalive less than one person per year on average. Men aged 18 to 24 are 167 times more likely to unalive someone.
Notice how she actually give you two different type of statistics that are not equivalent to one another. Otherwise, if she wanted to actually have an equal statistic, she would say that, well, there are this amount of men in the world and how many people are actually killed by these said men. But no, she would tell you how many black bears there are and how many people actually get killed by them. And then we'll turn around, we'll give you a number that says 18 to 20 something year old men are more likely to kill 167 times, something to that nature. I see you.
And the big thing here is that it's not just unaliving someone. According to RAINN, 1 out of 6 American women has been the victim of attempted or completed assault in her lifetime. Over half of women have reported experiencing, and only about 6% of men who commit assault against a woman ever spend a day in jail. So yeah, women are much more likely to be attacked by a man than a bear. And the worst thing a bear can do is unalive you. We need to work harder as a society to make women feel safer by creating a culture of believing and supporting our survivors.
Let me let my boy right here tell you what bears are really like.
When a grizzly charges, most of the time it's a bluff charge. And the worst thing you can do is try to run and get into a race with a CrossFit predator, because then you'll lose in more ways than one. If a bear approaches you with its head down, ears pinned back, and looking directly at you, that's warning number 1. You're gonna want to stand up tall and back away slowly and never turn your back to it. Or else you finna take the worst kinds of back shots. Now if the bear starts charging and you happen to be in a group, best course of action is to make a lot of noise and stand your ground. And I realize I'm telling you to stand your ground against something that could stand up and hit its head on a basketball rim. But we're talking about a grizzly bear pressing you. Your options were limited from the jump. If you happen to be alone and a grizzly bear charges, you're gonna want to hug the ground and cosplay as a corpse. Most bear attacks are defensive, not predatory, and making yourself look as little as a threat as possible might just get you spared. Maybe. And if it is predatory, your best option... Actually, you're gonna die. But predatory attacks are rare, so follow these tips and hopefully you'll survive just like them. Or just be like me and never leave the house, because they can't get you while you're at home. Huh.
Alright, now this next video is also gonna show you about a woman that's gonna tell you how dangerous men can be.
Black man that's going around your For You page with the patchy beard and the fading hairline, who's a misogynist and lives in Florida and thinks he can tell women what to do, and he doesn't understand why we would pick the bear over a man in the woods. Yeah, I'm not going to stitch his video, because that's what he wants.
Buzzword, check. Men participating in a discussion that they are the topic of that said discussion is telling women what to do. Check. I think we're off to a great start.
But before I break down why his video has more comments than likes, here's a little clip of it.
The way that question should have been asked, would you rather be lost in the woods with a bear that wants to kill you or a man that wants to kill you?
Oh, you're not going to stitch his video, so you don't want to make him popular. And then you proceed by stitching his video. Wow. Logic.
A bear that wants to harm you or a man that wants to harm you. That you could get the real fucking answers. I ain't never hit a woman violently. I ain't never put a violent hand on a woman. I ain't never sexually assaulted a woman. No, none of that. Ever. Now, I ain't never even called a woman out of her fucking name. Not to her face.
Yeah, that last part was real telling. Not to her face, Tom. He's the type of misogynist that feels like because he hasn't put his hands on a woman, it's okay to mentally and emotionally abuse them.
But fellas, if a woman is acting like a cunt, even if you don't call her a cunt to her face, that is still emotional abuse. I think I got it right? Yeah?
And especially verbally abuse them, because you admitted to doing that on camera. But here's the point I want to make. Do you all remember that show, I Survived? What I always thought was very interesting about that show was that the men were always trying to survive a boat wreck or getting lost in the woods or bitten by a shark, where the women were always, I survived a man.
How do you say anything to someone that unhinged?
So I figured we'd do a little social experiment for all the misogynists out there who are so stupid and show you all the topics of the first season of I Survived.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast. You jumped up a notch.
But thank goodness there are people in this world that can actually have a logical conversation. Even you may not agree with them, but at least they will give you a perspective that makes sense. Introducing this lovely lady right here that was actually going to explain to you in perfect way that makes sense as to why women would actually take the bear over the men. So let's give this lady a nice grace, shall we?
Because this isn't a feminist thing. This isn't anything political. This is purely like female versus male thought process. And I'm gonna break it down for you. Are you ready? Guys, generally speaking, are thinking fight mode, okay? Logically, you're gonna think, okay, my chances against the bear, strength, power, nada. That's not gonna work out. I might have a chance to take on this guy. And even if I can't win the fight, I might be able to rough him up enough to get out the way and get out of the situation. This is guy thought. I've discussed it with my husband. For girls, we go through 3 mental processes when we see this. Really quick, it's snappy, but this is the 3 that we go through. Number 1, survival. We have the 2 options. We have bear, we have man. Will we survive getting mauled by a bear? No. Okay. Will we survive strange man that looks devious? No. Let's just go with no. We don't know what his intentions are. We're gonna guess no. So that eliminates the options of survival. All right. Option 2, intention. Now I know I mentioned this a little bit. Intention. We know that bears just hunt, kill, or are territorial. This thing is mad and it's gonna maul me or kill me or try and figure out where my food is, but that's the end goal, is just death. It's gonna kill me, that's it. With the dude back there, we don't know, but I'd rather die with the bear. I'd rather him take me out, than have this dude behind me. I don't know, we don't know what he's gonna do. We don't know if the end result is probably death, but we don't know the process. We don't know where he might take us, what he would do, what his plans are, what kind of mental games he wants to do. We don't know. So I'd rather just go die right away and not have to experience anything else. Option 3 is, who can I outsmart? I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I think my chances would be higher on outsmarting the bear than trying to outsmart the weirdo in the corner. I don't want to play some weird game of like catch and chase with this human. Listen, humans are devious. I don't know what you're thinking. I know what the bear's thinking. He wants me or whatever I have on my back in my backpack. I might be able to throw him a snack and dodge the bear. I can play that game with the bear, okay? Better chances of outsmarting the bear than trying to outsmart my man's in the back. So that's our processing. Anyway, I hope that cleared some things up. Okay, we're not trying to take on the bear. We know we're not gonna win. We're not gonna win. But I hope, men, this has cleared some things up for you and you can understand now what we're processing. Okay, I'm just gonna die with the bear. Take me out. Send me to the Lord. All right, have a good night.
This lady right here. Respect. Now, you ladies give the bears, that wild animal, a lot more grace and a lot more respect than ever that you actually treat us as a human being. It's like, God damn, you make all of us is like we're like murderers and rapers and like, God, you know, this gentleman right here was actually gonna explain it to you a lot better than I actually ever could. So, without further ado, another logical conclusion.
Dads with daughters. Would you rather have your daughter be in the woods, like little daughter in the woods with a bear, or a man? Maybe asking it this way will allow men some extra perspective of what women are saying. Because stitch this and not show me that you're emotional about having to make that decision.
If I ruffled some feathers with the first take, y'all about to be sick. I'm married with a 4-year-old daughter, a 4-year-old son, and a 1-year-old daughter. If somehow my baby girls were wandering through the forest, you really think I want a bear to find them before a human male? Let me just give you a moment of clarity, okay? I fully understand what y'all are saying. Y'all saying he's missing the point. I swear I'm not. Logically, most men would see a woman in the forest and go, and keep pushing, hiking, whatever he's doing. Y'all are comparing the average man to Jeffrey Dahmer or something. Y'all are comparing the average man to like somebody you watch on a true crime show. And I get it. It's everywhere. Your friends, something might have happened to you, something might have happened to somebody you love, all that. But by far, most men ain't never and will never do no crazy shit like that. It's kind of like as a black man, someone comparing me to these black dudes who in gang violence, and I've never had as much as a speeding ticket. Like, I get it. The rate of violence in black men is high compared to other men. Are you gonna get me to take accountability for what they're doing? Absolutely not. 0% chance. I'm never gonna say sorry for nothing to happen in a gang shooting. I don't know nothing about that. I'm not about to sit up here and talk about it and why you so scared about it either. Shit, I'm scared of them too. Like I said months ago, women get guns, shoot bad men. You think I carry a gun every day because I'm scared a woman is gonna attack me? Y'all problem is y'all think I'm missing the point. I'm not. At all. I'm skipping over the point on purpose because the point is to group me in with rapist. The point is to group my brother, my dad, my friends in with rapist. That's not who I hang around. I'll never answer for them. That's like me telling a regular woman, like, you know, those women who beat their kids, you know, because they had postpartum depression. Yeah, y'all women are crazy. No, those women are crazy. I'll never put that on y'all or my wife or my mom or my cousins or my god sisters. That would be asinine, right? As asinine as expecting us to want a bear to find our daughters in the woods before a male. I want a search party of males, capable males, to find my baby. Are you dumb?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me know down below what you think in the comment section. And for you ladies, would you rather get stuck in the woods somewhere with a man or with a bear? Which is your choice? Once again, I'm your host, the Haitian, the sexy Haitian. So share, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out of here. Peace.
A grizzly bear heading directly towards him while hiking, this man climbed a tree in order to escape the bear. As his friends filmed from another tree, the bear begins to claw at the hiker's boots, attempting to get him down from the tree. Climbing higher in the tree in fear, the man fails to realize that bears can also climb trees, and that's exactly what the grizzly does next. Terrified as the bear gets closer to him, at the last second, the bear jumps down and leaves, letting the man live to see another day.
Inside.
Si era que se sale el perro.